And I don't feel well, but I'm tired of like watching videos or scrolling the internet now that I actually can read without getting a headache, but I don't really feel like reading yet, so I'm just going to do a tag. So this is called the 3 Bookish Things Tags, and let's see what it is. I have apparently there's no creator that could be found. I found this on Zezzy with Books WordPress blog. Let's see. So the first prompt is 3 read once and loved authors. I'm going to imagine that this is about authors that I just read one book of theirs, but I fell in love with them through that book. So let's think. Let us think. Okay, so I've had a little look, and I've thought of 3 books. So starting from the one that I read most recently to the one that I read most years ago, the first one is Stoner by Don Williams, which I read a few months ago. This is a book about the life of a guy who is an English professor during the 1920s. Basically, it's when he starts learning English in college. It starts when he goes to college, and it's so great. Like, there's no way to more explain it. It's just about his life, but it is so amazing. Then the next one I read that I loved, and I immediately added all the rest of his books to my TBR. And the next one that I read, only one book, is the author Alexander Solzhenitsyn. And the book I read, I lied, I'm actually still a little pain, that I loved is One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich, which is based on his own experiences in the Gulag, and it was just amazing. It's very similar to Stoner in that it's not there isn't much to say. It's just about that one, just about this guy's whole life. This one is about one day in this guy's life, but just very, very good. And the next one is a little different because it isn't a character study, but it's about revenge, and that is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. You can see that I actually am reading it now, but I first read this in 2017, April 2017, and then I was like, I need to read all the rest of this author's books, and then I didn't. This is about this guy, Edmond Dante, who a conspiracy is tied against him, and he is sent to jail on a remote island, but he manages to escape and get a lot of money in the process, and he comes back to France to get revenge, and it is also amazing. Okay, let's see what the next tag is. 3 titles I've watched but haven't read. Interesting. Okay. Let's think. It's hard, because I wasn't really allowed to watch movies as a kid, so let's go. Oh, I can already thought of one. Okay, the one I thought of, I decided not to go with it because it's based on a legend and it's not firmly a book. But I did think of 3. So one is Les Miserables, which I didn't watch a musical. I didn't watch the movie. I tried to watch the movie. It was horrible. I couldn't. But I did watch. Okay, it barely counts. But I listened to the musical. That's the same thing as watching something, right? And I DNF'd the book because of Before the Paris Sewers. I DNF'd it in the Napoleon part. Then Pride and Prejudice. I watched the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which I loved. Could not get through the first chapter of the book. And lastly, I watched The Sound of Music. I love The Sound of Music. And I did not read The Story of the Trapp Family Singers by Maria Augusta von Trapp, which is an autobiography from 1949 of the Von Trapp stepmother, Maria. So there we have it. That's the best I could do. Okay, let's see what the next prompt is. 3 characters you love. Oh my god. Can they all be from the same book? Okay, we'll try not to have them all from the same book. But I already have one. My beloved, my amazing Marcia Overstrand from the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage. She Oh my god, I love her so much. She is just like, she's a grown up, she's human, she makes mistakes, she's vain, but she cares about other people. Like, basically, the first thing we see of her is like, oh my god, kid, don't you dare step on my snakeskin shoes. Oh my god, I need to save this kid's life. And also make sure he has hot chocolate. Like, she is amazing, and I love her so much, and she learns, and she grows, and she is like one of probably my top character of all time, and oh my god, I love her. Okay. Now that we've calmed down for Marcia Overstrand, let me think of some other characters I love, which there are many of. Okay, the next two characters I chose are my beloved Mary Ann from The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. She is such an interesting character because she is very masculine, and she's feminist, but she hides that she's feminist in front of men, and she is smart, and she's basically the main character of this book, but the main character supposedly is Walter Hartwright, who's a man, and I love her so much. Thank you, Marianne. And thirdly, Mina Murray from the Dracula series. She is just, wow. Again, it's like the book could not have happened without her, which should be true for every character, but like the fact, I cannot explain how, obviously, because it would be a spoiler, but the fact of how they were rescued from Dracula couldn't have happened without her, and she is constantly underestimated by the men, and she is constantly fighting against that, and also her and Jonathan's relationship, just, wow. Yeah, the book is basically, if their relationship wasn't there, Dracula would have won, Though I believe in Mina. If her best friend had been attacked, and she's there, and she can figure out what's happening, Dracula wouldn't have won. Any way you put it, when Mina Murray is there, Dracula loses. You take Mina Murray out, he has a chance of winning. Though, Quentin can also, I believe in Quentin killing Dracula. Okay, so next up is 3 series binged, which is not really something I do. I don't really binge series, but I did just binge one recently, which is the Memoirs of Lady Trent series by Marie Brennan. Amazing. Lady Trent is another character whom I love very, very, very much. So this is a series that follows our main character, Lady Trent, from quite a young woman to someone in her 40s, and she wants to be, and it's an alternate world in the 1820s. Begins, obviously. And she wants to become a dragon naturalist. Except that women aren't really encouraged to go and become dragon natural historians at the time. So she has to make her own path. And every book is her in a different place in the world, going and learning about the dragons and having adventures, and I love them so much. Now, 3 other series I've binged. Hard to say, because I'm not really a series binger. So, okay, I have another one. Regency Fairy Tales by Olivia Atwater. This is not really series. It's more of an interconnected world. But basically, we have a world where the Fae are real, alternate history England, and it happens during the Regency. Some of these I enjoyed way more, some of these way less, but overall I really did. I was not really expecting to enjoy them, and I did. And lastly, another series I binged that is not finished and probably will never be finished, unfortunately, is the 100 Dresses series by Susan Moppet Schmid. This is a fantasy series about a girl who works in a castle, and in an enchanted castle, and she is promoted to working in the princess's wardrobe. And she discovers that there is a closet full of enchanted dresses, and when she wears them, she turns into someone else in the castle. And there's a plot, and everything works, and it's so cute and fun, and it's such a good book, such a good series, and it's probably never going to be finished. Okay, next prompt. 3 unpopular bookish opinions. Sorcerer's Comes to Call is not a horror book. One horror element does not make a book a horror book. TJ Klune's writing is puerile and disrespectful to Native people. And what else? What else is an unpopular bookish opinion of mine? Oh, yeah. Wait, no. Oh, yeah. The Hobbit is just as bad as Lord of the Rings. It's boring as well. In a different way, but it's also boring. Okay. My 3 current favorite book covers. Not a massively book cover person. I do have some that I have like as ebooks, but I'm just gonna try to find ones from my physical shelf, I guess, so I can show you. And get you, baby. I really like the cover of Flight. I love all the stuff on the sleeve covers, but I think Flight is my favorite. What else? What else? Why am I ripping my shelves apart? You know? Okay. Getting pins and needles as well. Not in a good time anymore. Help me. Um, uh, I should read that. Oh, Clara and the Sun. I love this Clara and the Sun cover, and you can feel it, which I love. I always love books that you can feel. Should get a drink, honestly. And lastly, not least, I will always love illustrated covers, and Alice is one of my favorite books, so yes. Okay, next prompt. Oh, no, that's it. Those are all the prompts. So that was my 3 bookish things tag.